I'm Melissa Erdelak from the gluten-free website, mamagourmand.com, and today we are going to make almond flour biscotti. This is not only a gluten-free recipe, but it's grain-free as well. I like to make this every holiday season, but honestly, you can make this year-round. It is amazing, and in fact, I feel like the almond flour makes it taste better than any wheat flour version. It makes it a little nuttier and sweeter and brings out those Italian vibes. So with that, let's get to the recipe and let's make your gluten-free life a success and not a hot mess. Begin by creaming the butter and the sugar together. I usually mix this together for about 3 minutes until it's nice and creamy and smooth. Add your room temp egg and the extracts. I use vanilla extract and almond extract for this recipe. This is also where you could add any citrus zest. So for today, we're going to use orange zest, but you could also use either lime or lemon zest. So there's one unexpected ingredient in here, which is a little bit of cornstarch. A lot of my almond flour recipes, I like to add either a little cornstarch, or you could do tapioca flour or coconut flour, because it just helps absorb that extra moisture and bind everything together. Since there's no gluten in the recipe, we need something to bind all the ingredients together. Make sure you are using blanched almond flour and not almond meal for this recipe. Once you have the dough mixed together, this is when you'll add in any mix-ins. I recommend between 1/3 cup and 1/2 cup of mix-ins. I'm doing dried cranberries and pistachios, but you could do any other kinds of nuts, dried fruits, or mini chocolate chips work well too. Dump the dough onto a parchment-lined baking sheet, and then you're going to use your hands to just shape the dough together into a log. Put it into a 350 oven and bake it for 35 minutes. It should be golden brown on the outside. So when you're cutting biscotti, you are going to need a really good serrated knife. The one that I use is actually really affordable. I think it's like $25 off of Amazon, and it's highly rated from Cooks Illustrated. And when you cut, just saw very gently back and forth so the pieces don't break. And then I always cut at an angle as well, just so you get bigger slices. This part you want to be very gentle with, just so your slices stay together. It's not all the way baked yet, so you need to be very gentle. So see how it is not all the way baked through? It looks a little bit raw in the middle, and that is totally fine. We're gonna bake it again and it'll finish baking. So you're gonna use that same baking sheet that you baked the biscotti on, and then just transfer the slices over. So once it comes out of the oven, you could stand them all up and scooch them together. And you only have to do this if you're going to drizzle a little chocolate on top. So it just makes it easier. I melted some white chocolate with a little bit of oil just to make it easier to drizzle on. Otherwise it gets pretty thick. And like I said, you don't have to do white chocolate. You could do milk chocolate or semi-sweet. When the chocolate's still wet, that's when you want to put any toppings on. So I'm just going to sprinkle on a little more pistachios on top because I love the pretty green color. And then just let that cool for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you can gently pull them apart. If the chocolate's sticking, you could put a little knife in between and pull them apart that way. Look at these beauties. They are amazing. You can dip them in coffee. You can even put them in a little bit of sweet wine too. For the full recipe, click the recipe link in the description below for the full ingredients and the directions. And be sure to check out my other recipe videos on Mama Gourmand. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.